Tonight on the Mickey Mutilators podcast, the Frontier. Oh my God, I fucking quit already. Just started. It got fucking mush mouth. Let me try that again. Tonight on the Mickey Mutilators podcast, the Frontierland shooting gallery reopens, or does it? We have the list of attractions for the new Lightning Lane system, or do we? Muppets Haunted Mansion was really good, or was it? Main topic: Halloween overlays. Don't ever make me do that again.
Why? I really like that you did a good job, and I just want to point out that clearly this is going to be a very suspenseful episode.
Or is it?
You beat me to it, but this is the one time I'm glad you did. I'm so proud of you.
Or are you?
All right. It's enough out of you. Guys, 'tis the season of the witch. Right?
The Witcher?
Yeah. Yes. Well, I don't know. I can't comment on The Witcher. I've never seen it or played it or read it.
Or any other verb.
I've never jumped it. I've never boiled it. I've never... Why are those the first two verbs that came to my mind?
I don't know.
Why do you even throw boil in there?
Because that's what you do with witches.
You boil your witches?
Lakes. Throw them in lakes. See if they float.
Well, but yeah. But a boiling lake.
No, because...
Wait, hold on. How many lakes do you go to that are boiling?
I have been to a couple of boiling lakes before.
But they were all, localized in northwestern Wyoming.
Yeah.
Around the caldera of a very large supervolcano called Yellowstone.
Yep.
I tried to make Yellowstone scary. I can't.
No, wait till it explodes.
That would be scary. I'm going to celebrate the shit out of that.
For a little while.
It will be briefly scary.
You'll from where you live, you'll have about 5 minutes to celebrate. Then you'll be dead.
Yeah, I mean, according to Hollywood, that blast radius, I'm going to be well within it.
Jordan and I will last about a week.
Oh, see, you guys are going to be like burning calories, fighting for your life, and I don't even have to worry about that. So, it sucks to be you guys. Trying and stuff. It's not for me. But speaking of trying, anyway, like I mentioned, we are well into October now, and so that means right here on this podcast is spooky season all month long for the next 3 episodes.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. That's
spooky.
That's your cue.
Spooky. Get up here. It's your season.
Spooky, you get the hell up here.
No, he's probably not going to listen.
Oh, what the hell?
The door's open, so he can come in if he wants. I don't. I'm not locking him out.
Normally, Stella is our podcat, but for October, it is definitely spooky.
He'll probably hear me talking and decide he wants attention.
I mean, that's what I do. Oh, people are talking? I kind of want attention. And then I go rub up on Jordan's leg.
What?
Weird.
What? You don't?
No.
But have you tried it?
You never will with that attitude.
A couple times.
How was it? Oh man, listener, if you're not viewing this, you're missing out on some awesome visual stuff. That's what I will call it now. Visual stuff. So anyway, I was sick last week, guys, and it was not fun.
It sounded like it wasn't
Yeah,
fun.
it was rough.
I mean, is being sick ever fun?
No.
I mean, sometimes when you're mildly sick, but like just sick enough where you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna go to work today. It can be.
I was even trying, like, one of the few times that I actually needed to talk to you, you're like, no, because I called you and you just let the phone go to voicemail, and then you texted me.
When you called me, I was literally in the middle of just. I just hear like I had heard the buzzing up on the bathroom counter. I was like, "What? Why is someone calling me?" And then I looked, and it was Jordan. And then I felt really bad because usually when Jordan calls, it's for a good reason. I'm like, Jordan, I'm so sorry. I'm dying. So, but
Yeah,
and it was for a good reason, and
it was.
And I feel like that's a reason that will come up on this very program later on. I'm gonna steal
Sure.
that bit and visit Ghastly's Collectibles Corner.
All right.
But not this episode.
Gass's Collectible Corner by Jake.
But it's okay because I'm doing Steal That Bit.
Like, I'm fine with it. Like, I don't
good.
care. Anyone can steal the bit.
No. They can't steal that bit. That's our bit.
Well, I mean, it's implied in the title that you can steal the bit.
No, we can.
What if somebody? Hold on. What if somebody stole our bit, steal that bit, but then they themselves did their own bit?
Oh. That's dangerously close to having just time and space collapse in on itself. Just.
Yeah, that's like dividing by zero. Shit.
Like that is one. I thought you were gonna say like, what if someone stole our bit and like did steal that bit and then just did our whole podcast?
No one would do that. Have you fucking heard our podcast?
Yes.
No one would fucking do that.
Maybe for like an April Fool's prank or something.
No.
No, it's fine. Somebody's gonna do it sometime. Also, Josh dipped out suddenly for no reason. He texted me.
Oh, all
He
right.
dipped out suddenly for no reason. I'm sure there was a reason.
Just is that what? Well,
Oh, he said, I'm cutting out right here all of a sudden. I'll jump back in a bit. Which is shocking because he sounded really good. And I didn't hear him cut out once. I think he's lying to us. And now we play the game. What is Josh really up to in this moment?
I think Josh. Let's see. I think he owes money to what's it called whenever you go and you take a bet and you lose a bet and you have to go pay the money that
The loan
you bet.
shark?
Yeah, the loan shark. But I feel like there's another word for it. Not a loan
Bookie.
shark. A bookie. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think he has to go. I think he has to go pay his bookie. I think Josh bet on something that he lost and he owes like twice as much.
Yeah, I actually know what he bet on, and it's going to make you really upset. He bet against the Toon Squad from Space Jam 2.
Damn, that's like betting against the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. You know what? Sometime the Washington Generals are going to win. Sometime.
I thought they were due.
They're just keeping us in suspense, and it's going to happen. But I don't know when, and I'm not going to tell Josh not to do it. Anyway, Josh might be dead. We don't know. We'll see. But it fits perfectly with the theme of this month's episodes. So, yay, dead bodies. Wait.
What?
Just for right now. It's Halloween, Jordan.
Okay.
Dead bodies are fine.
I finally put my Halloween decorations up yesterday outside. Like, normally I have that shit done at the end of September, but man, I've just been busy.
Wait, I thought you did it you did your mantle at the end of September.
I did the living room, but I have lights and whatnot for the outside because I've got a whole bunch of those projection lights that I got super cheap a couple of days after Halloween a few years ago. And I have like some of the shimmering projection lights. I have an orange one and a purple one. It'd be cool if I can get a green one But I'm kind of spoiled, and I just want to get all this stuff on clearance a couple days after Halloween. So I'll just wait because I'm not paying the $15. I'll pay the $4 on November 2nd. No, like I've got like orange lights to put in the bushes, and then I get those projection lights that have like the skeletons that kind of rotate, or the ghosts that kind of rotate, look like they're dancing or something like that. Stuff. Yeah, and I put those up yesterday finally.
Nice.
And I'm technically not finished. I was gonna put some of the, what was I gonna do? I was gonna put some of the cobweb, like the cotton cobwebs on the bushes, but I only have half of a pack, and I need much more. So I'm probably going to go and buy three or four packs of those cotton cobwebs.
The good news about that is like that stuff's cheap. Like you can go nuts with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the dollar store and get a whole bunch of them. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. So I did order some LED lights for inside because I bought a strand of orange lights to go on top of the entertainment center. But then I found on Amazon the other day, I found a strand of LED lights, but you can program it to have two lights at once. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll get this instead. And you can, there's tons of different, like it's multi-purpose. So I could leave it out all year and just have really cool lights. Or I could do orange and green for Halloween, or I could do red and green for Christmas. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I can just do that.
That sounds awesome. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, so Amazon.
This conversation is making me realize now, I don't want you to hit me or yell at me or anything, but I don't have any Halloween decorations.
You need to get on that,
like,
man.
So like last year, the most I got, like I get so involved in Halloween except for that part, which is a shame. I need to start getting that. But last year I got the Sam from Trick or Treat Funko Pop from Spirit Halloween. Mm-hmm. Thinking that would be a good Halloween decoration. No, Jordan, that shit stays up all year.
Yeah, I don't. Like whenever Halloween comes around, I buy like home decor. I don't know, like I don't buy Halloween decorations. A lot of that shit I leave up. We have one of those cardboard hinged skeletons.
Yes.
And I just didn't have a place to put it, so I just hung it up on the wall. And then whenever Halloween came down, I just left him. And he's just been there ever since. And Chelsea, I remember the night Chelsea came home and still saw him up. She's like, "What is he doing up there?" I was like, and honestly, I didn't want to bend him. I didn't want to fold him up and then put him with the rest of the Halloween decorations. I'm like, he can stay a while. I don't mind. So he's just been in our living room, just hanging out. And everyone's like, "Why is there a skeleton on your wall?" I'm like, his name is Bonesy. And this is his house too.
What you need to do is just get like cardboard hats for the other holidays throughout the year. Like get a Christmas hat and like a leprechaun hat, bunny ears.
I thought about doing that. I tried to find a Christmas hat for him, but I couldn't find a good or one that would fit him. I guess I can make one, but do you remember, and maybe this is just me, like in the late 80s, early 90s, the skeletons that were the door hangers that are probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet tall, and they were made from this, I don't want to say it's a thin plastic. They were made from plastic, but they were kind of had like the 3D effect. Like they were molded, like they weren't flat. Yeah. Does that make sense? Right. So like on the skull, you can like the plastic would cave in where the eyes were, so you can like feel the depth of the eye. Anyway, but they would also glow in the dark.
Whoa.
Yeah. I've been trying to find one of those, and apparently they just don't sell those anymore. Like I looked at Target, I've looked at Walmart, I've looked at just about any big box retailer, Home Depot, Lowe's, like any place that has Halloween decorations, I check, and apparently they just don't sell those anymore. So I went to look on Amazon, And even on Amazon, those things are hard to find.
Weird. I mean, they're just cheap plastic skeletons.
Right. And I found one that it's like, 12 or 13 inches tall. I'm like, no, I want one that's 3 or 4 feet. Like, I want to hang it.
It covers the door.
Yeah. And I can't, for the life of me, find one.
Oh. Now I want you to find one. Speaking of, like, Halloween decorations from the late 80s, early 90s, do you remember how, like, every single decoration that emitted a sound to scare you, it was always that same sound? Like, there was one sound.
Yeah, and it was like that eerie,
like...
Yeah. Did I ever tell you my story about that?
No, but I'm excited.
One Halloween. Oh, God, I was really young. This is the first house we lived in, so I had to have been the age of 8 or younger. My grandmother gave me a plush pumpkin for Halloween, and you would press the button on the inside of the stem, and his eyes would light up red, and it would play that Halloween sound. And there was one night, my brother and I were playing Nintendo, and it just kept going off. We're like, what the hell is going on? And we didn't think anything of it. Like, we weren't like, oh, it's a ghost. Like, we were just like, it really just got annoying at one point because it would keep going off. And then my brother took the batteries out of it and he put it back up on the shelf. And then 5 minutes later, that motherfucker went off without the batteries. So we both looked at each other. We threw it out the window.
Holy shit. Like, you can't explain that unless someone can explain it. But wow. That's weird as hell.
Right, but like whenever you're, 6 and 16 or 7 and 17, like shit's fucking weird.
I feel like you did the right thing, but like now when you say you threw it out the window, like I hope you just slingshot yeeted that son of a bitch out there.
I wasn't the one who threw it. My brother did. And, this is South Louisiana where a lot of the houses aren't 2-story. So it just kind of just got hurled out the window, like an underhand hurl out the window.
And the next morning it was in your bed.
Speaking to a monster convention this weekend.
Wait, a monster convention? Oh, you did?
Yes, I went to Monsterama at the where was it? It was a Marriott in Alpharetta, Georgia. So it was super fun. Like they hooked me up with a media pass, which was very nice of them. I had a very good time. I'm a little bummed because there were not a lot of people there, and I given the fact that we're still in the middle of a global pandemic, I can understand why people wouldn't want to go out to a convention. Sorry, I just burped. Wouldn't want to go out to a convention. And admittedly, this isn't the biggest convention. It's actually quite small, but it's still quite fun. And I guess the marketing manager, I emailed, I said, hey, is it cool if I can get a press pass? I've got a rinky-dink YouTube page. And she was like, yeah, we loved you whenever you came out last time. We really loved your video. So please come make another video. Yeah, it was
That's
super
awesome.
Nice. And so my buddy Ryan, Ryan. So Ryan and I went from Cinema Showdown. We went, and there was a really cool statue of the creature from the Black Lagoon. And there was a giant B9 statue from Lost in Space. The robot from Lost in Space. Danger Will Robinson. I was a little bummed because there weren't as many vendors in the dealer room as there was a few years ago. And again, admittedly, because there's a lot of crazy coronavirus and COVID-19 shit going on. But there was a lot of fun programming. There was like a whole kaiju track. There was a kaiju track. There was a Monsters on TV track. There was a Monsters in Literature track. And then there was like they didn't call it this, but there was almost like an arts and crafts track where you could do a whole bunch of they were talking to set designers from the Creep Show TV show on Shudder. And then there was like a prop making panel where you can make cool stuff out of foam, where they gave you like foam boards and you could trace a shape and you could go and cut it out with their, it wasn't even a saw. It was like this weird string of metal that got heated up and it would burn through the foam, but you could use it to cut out your shape. I don't know what it's called. So Ryan and I went and we had a good time despite not a lot of turnout. Like if there were 100 people there, I would have been surprised. But there's probably more and I just didn't see them. But it was super cool, and the convention itself is fun. I think the one thing that holds the convention back from being bigger than it can be is the location. Now, I say this, I don't know how to plan an event like that. I don't know how to plan a convention. So I say this completely just, with the first things that come to my mind. But, it's in Alpharetta, Georgia. And it's billed as Monsterama Atlanta. Now, Alpharetta is about 30 minutes north of Atlanta. So if it was closer to Atlanta, I think it could probably have a bigger turnout. Like, I feel like the closer to the city, you might have more people show up. But then again, I don't know. There's a bunch of cool people show up. There's always like some old school horror actors and actresses there signing autographs and whatnot. And a couple of the James Bond cars were parked out front this time, like from the car from Moonraker and the car from For Your Eyes Only.
Nice.
So, but no, it was a super fun convention. And I spent more money at that convention than I did at Dragon Con about a month ago, which is weird. I got some pretty cool shirts though.
I did see. I saw your loot pile and what was the shirt? It was the Haunted Mansion one.
Yeah, so it had the Hatbox Ghost.
Right.
It said Mansion above him, but it was the Misfits logo, and he looked like the
yeah,
Fiend.
That's what it was.
The Misfits.
That was a good shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I was jealous of that one, so good call on that one. Speaking of monsters and conventions, I drove down to over the weekend. I went down to Phoenix and Tucson, which has not much to do with the story, but to get there I have to go through Vegas. And so I'm going through Vegas on my way, like you cross that bridge in front of the Hoover Dam. But between Vegas and the Hoover Dam, there's almost nothing. And so I'm outside the city, just out in the desert before I get to the dam. And then there's just a sign on the road that's like some dude's name, Monster Museum, next exit. And I was like, what? And I didn't go, Jordan.
What the hell, man?
If I wasn't trying to get somewhere by a certain amount of time, I can't tell you how badly it was eating at me.
Man.
Because I saw that.
That's
and I was like,
bummer.
I want to go to that. And then yesterday I came back home, but I left late and I was just trying to get back home at a decent time. It's a friggin' 8-hour drive. It'd be a lot faster if there wasn't some stupid canyon between here and Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Grand. It's a big hole in the earth. Build a bridge over it. 3-hour drive.
It was too foggy for me to see. 1 star out of 5.
I love how that has become a thing. Should I make that a shirt? Just make fog with just the 2 Golden Gate towers sticking out of it?
I feel like we could probably somehow come up with a design for a shirt that incorporates that joke.
It's so good. It was so good. Oh, but yeah. Jordan, should we talk some Disney real quick?
I guess.
Let's talk some Disney!
Your, I guess, going into the Let's Talk Some Disney theme is very uneven. I guess. Yeah! Guitar riff.
Meow!
All right, let's burn through some news because I'm very excited about our main topic. First up in news, we'll do the news things first, and then we'll talk about some Muppets.
All right.
Jordan, just last week, Magic Kingdom announced that the Frontierland shooting gallery is reopening, and guess what? It's free. So, like, you just go up and start taking shots.
So, wait, was it not free
No,
before?
you had to pay like $1 or $2 or something, or a quarter.
Oh, okay.
This goes to show how often I use it.
Listen. With all of the extra money that they're getting off of us with what we're going to talk about and all the price hikes and everything, fucking damn well better be free.
Oh, have you not heard anything about the Frontierland shooting gallery today? November 27th, the Frontierland shooting gallery is closing, possibly for good.
Wait a minute, so it's reopening and then it's closing?
Yeah.
That's why it's free. That's why it's free.
They just don't care.
Like, let's throw these assholes a bone.
Hey, Jillian's here. Hi, Jillian.
Jillian. I was messaging Jillian like a madman during her trip, and I felt really bad.
Hey.
Like I woke up on October 3rd, and I was like, Jillian, I have to give you all my money. And she's like, you don't have to do it until 30 days out. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. It's like, I thought I had to do it on the 3rd. I don't know why I had it in my mind that I had to pay all the rest of my Disney trip off on the 3rd. And then I messaged her on the 2nd, and then I messaged her again on the 3rd. I'm like, hey, I'm just confirming that you said I don't have to pay you. She's like, yeah, asshole. I told you you don't have to pay me. It's like, okay.
What's funny is you had mentioned on this here program that you had to pay it on the 3rd. Not only was it in your head that you had to pay it on the 3rd, it was in my head that you had to pay it on the 3rd.
Yeah, and then Jillian's like, no, like on the 3rd you can start making your reservations. I was like, oh, I'm fine with that. Then no, I'm good. And then now, as I sit here on this show right now, I'm trying to get 2 fucking reservations for food, and I can't get them.
Food reservations were hard when I got mine.
Buddy, I've not had one single problem ever trying to get any of the reservations I want. This trip so far, I'm trying to book 2 things: Kona Cafe breakfast and Chef Art Smith's homecoming brunch. And I cannot get either one of these motherfuckers.
Holy shit.
And it's bugging the shit out of me.
Jillian has 2 things to say. Number 1,
what's that?
Congrats on a month more of money.
Oh, thank you.
Number 2, she's calling you out and said that it is not spooky enough in your room.
It isn't spooky enough in my room. You know what? Talk to Jillian. I'll be right back.
Wait, this isn't good for her audio because Jillian is on text over there. I'll talk. I'm going to also narrate what Jordan is doing. Like, he went out of his door. It is far spookier out in the hallway that Jordan went into than it is in his recording studio at the moment. Like, Jillian, look in that doorway. Anyone watching, look at that doorway. Like, I've watched way too much TikTok videos recently with spooks and specters, and, like, something's gonna come out of there. It's Jordan! That was amazing timing.
Is it spooky enough in this room now?
Now it is Podcat! Jordan, I don't think you could get any spookier in that room. Jordan brought his cat Spooky into the room. A black cat at that. Why am I talking in rhyme?
I don't... You're a poet and you didn't even
I had no idea. Oh, there, I broke it. Uh-oh.
Anyway, so yeah, I can't get these damn breakfast and brunch reservations, and it's bugging the shit out of me.
When I went, I had a bitch of a time getting Sci-Fi Dine-In. Now, I know that's a more popular restaurant, but I've eaten there so many times, never had a problem getting a reservation.
I've usually had really good luck just walking up and putting my name on the wait list.
Yeah. Are you going to go to Space 220?
I'm trying. If I can get a damn reservation.
I'm rooting for you, man.
Thanks.
So anyway, the Frontierland shooting gallery is open, but not for much longer. So enjoy it while it's there.
Yeah. I've never once done that. So.
I mean, I feel like it was an awesome novelty in the 70s. Like, oh man, we can like shoot these light guns and things happen. But like, now you have multiple rides in the resort where you're shooting things and a lot more things happen. So it's just like, it's really not necessary, I guess. If I never heard that it was closing, I wouldn't notice. I'm not entirely even sure where it is. All right, now moving on from that, we got the where'd it go? The list of attractions for Lightning Lane.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me pull up my list here. I was kind of surprised when I read some of these.
I was also surprised. Because I think we made predictions, and if we were a quality podcast, we would have written down what our predictions were for when the final list came out. Alas, we did not.
Okay. So my predictions for Magic Kingdom were correct. My predictions for...
Wait, are you talking about the individual ones?
Yeah, the Lightning, the a la carte.
Okay, so real quick, so the Magic Kingdom a la carte ones, I like calling them a la carte. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Space Mountain, which...
Yeah, so I had a feeling it was going to be Space Mountain because it's not going to be Pirates. It's not going to be Jungle Cruise. Like I feel like any other... Those two attractions always tend to have the longest line, I think. I take that back. Peter Pan's Flight always has a long ass line for whatever reason.
I would have been so pissed if that was the a la carte option.
Oh yeah.
No.
But I had a feeling it was going to be. I knew for a fact it was going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because getting a fast pass for that is just fucking bonkers. So these are the things that you can't even get. You can't even get regular fast passes for. Like if you want to ride these, you have to pay for them. So you can't just happen across a Genie Plus Lightning Lane, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
If you want to skip the line on these, you're paying up front.
Yeah. So, it's either you pay or you wait. There's no in between of you happening across a for lack of a better phrase, a fast pass or a Genie Plus thing. So, for Epcot, I'm kind of surprised. I had a feeling that Ratatouille was going to be on it, and I thought Frozen Ever After would be on it, but I was kind of leaning more towards Soarin'.
Yeah. See, I would have thought either or on the Ratatouille or Frozen, and then the other one, agreed. I thought it was also going to be Soarin'.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really thought maybe, I don't know, because since they've opened up that third theater, I guess that's really alleviated a lot of the line.
That's right. I totally forgot they did that.
So I guess I can kind of see that, but I thought for sure it was going to be Soarin'.
Right. And I'm guessing that when the Guardians of the Galaxy thing opens, that'll replace one of these.
Oh, you know what? It is for sure going to replace Frozen Ever After. Because no one's going to give a shit about Frozen Ever After at that point. Let's see. Hollywood Studios is Rise of the Resistance, big shocker, and Mickey's Runaway Railway. So here's the thing. I will more than likely pay for one or both of these when we go.
It'd be a good move. They're both fantastic. I mean, you know how fantastic Rise of the Resistance is.
I'm not opposed to waiting in the line. But if Chelsea doesn't want to wait, I will pay the $9 to $25 per person for this. So
I feel like for Rise of the Resistance, that is money well spent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Rise of the Resistance is hands down one of the best theme park experiences I've ever had.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, and then Disney's Animal Kingdom kind of caught me by surprise. So I think it was pretty safe to say that Avatar Flight of Passage was for sure going to be in the a la carte. Expedition Everest?
Yeah, that shocked me.
I thought for sure it would have been Kilimanjaro Safaris. But now that I'm thinking about it, Kilimanjaro Safaris, I think, can load more people and have a bigger turnover than Expedition Everest can.
That's true.
And I'm more than fine with waiting in the Expedition Everest queue. Like, I don't think it's terrible.
No, it's so much to look at.
And I feel like every time I go, like, the longest we wait is 20 minutes anyway. So I'm not opposed to that. But man, that's a bummer because I would have. That's one that we would make a fast pass for regularly.
Yeah.
So.
And it just, I really thought it was going to be the Safari too. Like, I thought maybe Navi River, but then I didn't like the idea of having both Avatar rides under one ticket.
Yeah.
That would just people would burn the place down.
But so you're the next. Are we done talking about this, or is there anything?
I just want to point out, like, so for the Genie Plus, the Lightning Lane things that you pay extra and you get you're basically paying extra for the classic Fast Pass system. I was gonna go through the individual rides, but as I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's just every other ride besides the one.
It's literally every other ride. So they just take the two, and I guess the example that they gave, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you saw the article or not, but the example that they gave is like, it depends on how busy the park is that day, is how much the a la carte rides will cost.
Yeah.
So one day a ride could cost $9 or $8 or something. But then if it's super, super busy, it could be upwards of like 20 or 23.
That is the exact definition of price gouging.
I think so.
There's a high demand for this. Raise those prices.
Yeah, it's the sliding scale. Like, I mean, look at what they're doing with the parties.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
man, I hope the system works. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from something like this. Because, like, I said it in the episode where we announced this. That's right. When we announced it, we broke this. Like, every other theme park does this. Like, Six Flags does it. Universal does it. And in those parks, like, you kind of bank on people not buying the system. And it works. But I feel like we Disney fans are a little more rabid. And you're going to have a lot more people buying into it. And Disney probably knows that too. So I don't know if it'll clog things up more or things will flow better. I have no idea. I hope that they have some analyst guy that studied this for a year or two. And we'll see. So that's it for the news. Because I really want to talk about Muppets Haunted Mansion, Jordan.
All right, hold on one second.
Holding on.
I'm trying to find the more information, like the pricing for let's see, individual Lightning Lane selections. We know how it works. What's the lane? Let's see. This option will be available for all guests with or without Genie Plus service. So if you're just using the Genie, you can still buy a la carte. It's not a paywall behind a paywall. So if you, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I thought you had to pay twice.
So yeah, so it's open to everybody. Pricing and availability will vary by date. Well, let's see. I just pressed a link accidentally. Pricing and availability will vary by date, attraction, and park. So you basically have to, it's a crapshoot each day on if you will be able to even do that.
Jeez.
So here's what I'm thinking. Or this is what, if you're making me if the only way to ride, I'm just throwing a ride out there. If the only way to ride Runaway Railway is for me to pay an a la carte price, and let's say it's surge pricing day. Let's say it is $20 per person. I'm paying $40 extra to ride this ride. I damn well better get to choose when I go on that ride. Like if I buy that, I should be able to go to pay for it and then stroll on it whenever the hell I want. Not like $40, you have a 10-minute window. Sorry. Like, no, if it's $40 and I buy it at 8 in the morning, I can stroll on at 2:30 in the afternoon. Just walk right in and go, here you go. I paid for it. Like that's how it better
That's
work.
how Universal does it. You get their express pass and you get a card and it's like, I'm going to the front of the line in anytime you want.
Okay.
So
right.
It's not outside of the realm of possibility, considering that's what the direct competitor does. Ooh, we are very burpy on this episode.
We are. Well, I'm also drinking beer.
I'm drinking a water. So apologies to the listeners. We're managing it.
And the genie rolls out on the 19th
of October.
Yeah, like in 8 days.
Yeah. 2 days before I go.
Are you gonna use it? Let's not acknowledge that Josh is suddenly back.
The free portions of it I'm going to use.
So you're not gonna pay for the fast pass version?
Fuck no.
Come on. Are you gonna pay the a la carte versions? Like if you want to Rise of the Resistance?
Wait. I can pay to get in line for that quicker?
Yes.
Well, yeah. So Jake and I just realized that when you pay for the a la carte options, you don't have to pay for the Genie Plus. It's available to everybody.
And if you want...
Well, then, I'll pay to get on... So what is it, like $15 per person?
Depends on the time, the day, and the park and the ride.
Okay, for more information, let me recommend a podcast episode to you.
Yeah, it's the Mickey Mutineers / Mutilators.
It's going to be the first episode in October, so find that, give it a listen. Answers all your questions.
Yeah, so this should be the last Monday that I have to spend on the road.
Oh, I hope so.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of this shit.
Me too.
No, I mean the podcast.
Yeah. Us too.
No, I know exactly what you meant. Oh, all right. Now can we talk about Muppets?
Yeah. Wait, we haven't made it the main topic yet? Good.
Not yet. No. Josh, did you see Muppet Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
It was enjoyable. It was a Muppet movie for sure, and it had Job in it.
Was anyone
the guy from the Bible?
Yes.
The what?
The guy from the Bible?
You know, Job, the guy that God just tortures for no apparent reason.
Oh, forgot about that?
Did you even read that book? No, I shouldn't ask Josh that. No, I didn't ask you that.
I tried to read one of the books not too long ago. Leviticus. I tried to read Leviticus.
Oh, that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
It's absolute insanity.
And
they repeated the same rule over and over and over.
Okay, all right, moving on.
So Muppet Haunted Mansion. I quite enjoyed it. It was very Muppety, super cheesy, and as it should have been. Jordan, what were your thoughts on it? Because I feel like you're definitely our resident Muppet guy. You worked with Muppets.
I did work for the Muppets. They signed my paychecks.
You've worked in Haunted Mansions, so this is like a Venn diagram of Jordan.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Huh.
Yeah, this is literally your wheelhouse.
No, I thought it was hilarious. I liked it. It was fun. It was like one of those Muppet TV specials. It was only 52 minutes long. It was a solid script. I felt like the humor was on point. So whoever's doing the writing for the Muppets these days, I think are doing a pretty solid job. I think the two Muppets that stood out to me, or the two new Muppets that stood out to me, were the mummy and the skeleton that would pop up from out of nowhere and go dun dun dun
Dun dun.
Dun, dun.
I hope they're included in future Muppet programming because I really liked those.
Well, at first,
yeah, that shit cracked me
at first I thought it was real Tom and dead Tom from Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah, so did I.
But then it was not.
I also like how whenever they went through the house, they were essentially going through the ride, which I wasn't expecting. Like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it, but I wasn't expecting that to be to I guess follow the script of the ride. So it's like, oh, all right,
Yeah,
I'm fine with
like
that.
in order, and I like that Statler and Waldorf were just in a doom buggy.
That was so good.
Yeah, that got me.
Fozzie as Hatbox was really good. If they do not capitalize off of this and start putting out merchandise, I'm going
and
to be very
Jillian's over
upset.
here right now on that topic. Like, she wants the Muppet portraits from the stretching room. And she's not wrong.
That'd be good.
I want the Muppet portraits from the stretching room.
I loved how the band was the one playing the instruments in the
in the seance room.
In the seance room.
Yeah.
What I really appreciated about it is like they were going to, the message behind it was like friendship and Gonzo not being alone. But like, I felt like it was skimmed over and just cheesy enough to make it enjoyable. Like, they didn't hammer it home, and I'm glad that they didn't. It was like, Gonzo, you have friends. It's like, oh, yeah, I got friends. And, speaking of going in order of the ride, like, the whole time I'm like, when are the hitchhiking ghosts going to show up? But they're at the end of the ride. So naturally...
They were at the end of the end of the special.
Complete with the bride saying, hurry back. And up until that moment, I didn't really catch on that it was going in order. I was like, oh.
Did you catch? I'm pretty sure this was the person who I think it is. In the seance room, at the end of that scene, you have the maid come in, and she's I guess she's polishing Madame Pagota's crystal ball. She leans in and does something. I'm pretty sure that's the lady who's a cast member at Disneyland whose mother was the first Madame Leota.
She's in all the specials. Flip. I don't remember her name. I'm gonna look it up.
But I'm pretty sure that was her.
I didn't even notice that.
But it was the way that the scene was shot. They made sure to show her front and center, like, "Hey, look who we're putting in this scene," or like, "Look who we're putting in this special."
Right. I'm looking it up.
But
Kim Irvine.
But she gets interviewed a lot. Yeah. I think that was her. I'm pretty because they always interview her for a lot of those behind the scenes documentaries and whatnot that they do.
Because her mom was Leota Toombs. And I love that her last name was Toombs.
Yes.
I'm looking this up. Okay, so I typed in Kim Irvine M, and it just auto-corrected to Muppets Haunted Mansion. And you are correct, Jordan. That was her. Nice.
That's what I thought.
I did not catch that, but I'm planning on watching this at least 3 more times.
Hold on, let me let this cat out of the room.
I definitely will watch it again. That was seriously fun.
Jillian said that Kim Irvine is Madame Leota in the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at Disneyland. I didn't know that either.
And I knew that, actually.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured everybody knew that. You guys are losers.
You're not wrong. If you disagree with him, he has nothing to say. But I love the whole thing. My only complaint, and it was nothing wrong with the show, is I was just waiting for Will Arnett to say, illusions. Because he was a magician.
Dude, you know what? It took me till right up to the end to realize it was Will Arnett.
Wow. What a loser.
Yeah, which is funny. Which is funny because I'm currently rewatching BoJack Horseman for the 6th time.
No wonder you're always sad.
Hey, I like the Sad Horse Show, okay?
Weird. Oh, Jillian's right. We're all losers here. I assume she included herself. One thing I really liked.
Wow.
She said all.
Fucked up, Jake.
But I like how Will Arnett's character was something MacGuffin, and his sidekick was
the great. It wasn't. The great
and his sidekick was the red herring.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even try to hide.
It just popped out of his face.
I thought for sure the fish was going to be the bad guy, but no, he was just a red herring. Master MacGuffin was the real. Anyway, moving on. Any final words on the Muppets Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, keep giving me Muppet themed specials about Disney.
Yeah, no, totally.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I really hope they do that. Like,
give me Muppet Pirates. Give me Muppet Matterhorn.
No, I want the Muppet
Cruise?
Kilimanjaro Safari, or better yet, Muppet Expedition Everest. Could you imagine a giant body puppet of the Yeti, like Sweetums, but it's the Yeti?
But it would be even better. It'd be even better if he just never moves and it's just flashing lights.
I mean,
they'll make a joke about it.
Yeah, more Muppet attraction shows, please. And like everyone I've heard from has liked this, so like it seems to be a hit just from the word of mouth I've heard and Twitter and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Like even if I don't watch it, I'm gonna stream it a handful more times, so at least Disney will be like, oh, people are watching it.
Like this is Muppets at their most Muppety goodness, finally. So, all right, let's roll right into our main topic really quick. Now, guys, we've done this in years past. I don't think we did it last year, but I know we have done this. And what we're going to do tonight is give some rides or lands or attractions or something, some Halloween overlays. And the reason I wanted to bring this back is because there are new rides and lands that I had ideas for you guys. So here we go with some Disney Parks Halloween overlays. Jordan, you're first. No, just kidding. No. So I'm going to start with my big one. The one that I had this idea for because I'm super excited about it. And I think you'll all see where I'm coming from because just this year at California Adventure, we got an entire Avengers campus. But how awesome would it be if at Halloween they just pulled a no-holds-barred Marvel Zombies overlay in it?
Nice.
That'd be awesome. Shit, that's actually really good.
Yeah,
and here's
it'd be good.
Have you read Marvel
I just
Zombies?
know the What If episode.
No, go back if you have the cash to pick it up. Go back and read that first run of Marvel Zombies from like 12 or 15 years ago. It's written by Robert Kirkman, the guy who did all the Walking Dead comics.
Man, guy really knew his one thing and did it well.
Yeah, but it's really fucking good.
So imagine that in an overlay, but wait, there's more. So of the two rides in Avengers Campus, one of them is already a shooting ride that's mostly screens. You swap the film out for some sort of Marvel zombie attack, and suddenly you're shooting zombies with your web slingers. Huh?
I'm into this. I'm actually kind of upset I didn't think of this. This is fucking brilliant.
But there's more, because I think Disney finally needs to like pull the trigger on at least like one older kid adult haunt walkthrough, and over in where the we're gonna have to cancel the Doctor Strange show for this event, because through that stage area and the backstage area, I mean, we're gonna have more Marvel Zombies, but an actual walk-through haunt, but a scary one, like not a not so scary Halloween party. Like, we're going all in on this because it's a California adventure already. So let's just put up warning signs that, hey, maybe kids shouldn't go through this one, and we're going all out. That's my idea for that.
What if instead, what if? Wait, hold on, that's very apropos.
Yes.
It's very, very on point, because what if we took the Doctor Strange show and turned it to the What If Doctor Strange show whenever you sit there and he's conjuring from his book of spells, and then that goddamn tentacle monster just comes barging out.
That would be awesome.
Door that he walks through. So,
yeah.
Cthulhu?
Or whatever it was, but you get the point. Like, he just...
I just like to believe it was Cthulhu.
It would just be his face. But no, like, have Doctor Strange conjuring monsters? It could be a variety of monsters.
Yeah. It could be Strange Supreme coming out.
A Monsters, Inc. variety show.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Get out. Sorry, that was rude.
I
Please.
just got back in.
Get out. Another idea. Oh, Jillian has an idea real quick. I'm going to throw hers in.
Okay, what's Jillian's idea?
We're moving on from the Avengers campus, and she just wants to dye the water in Cali River Rapids red.
Yeah, fair. I mean, all right. I'm fair.
I mean, we're going to get into that in a later episode. Now that fire season's just about over.
Josh is going to do a deep dive on Cali River Rapids. Another idea I had, and this one, so at Disneyland, they do something that I think is pretty genius and really fun. Is at Halloween time, I don't know if they're doing it this year because of short notice and everything, but they do a Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy, which...
yeah.
And it's great. Fun. So in Space Mountain, you get this like galactic fire monster chasing you around through the ride. It is really awesome. It's really well done. So inspired by that, there's another new ride called Smuggler's Run, which is also a video-based simulator ride. So inspired by Ghost Galaxy, I was like, so this isn't so much Halloween as it is just monsters, but, you know, at Halloween time, take Smuggler's Run and do the Kessel Run with it. Now that we know what the Kessel Run is from the Solo movie, with that massive monster inside of it. And you're trying to get away from the monster. And you're shooting it or something.
Dude, that would be pretty fucking cool.
I mean, just for a temporary overlay. For Halloween. I just want to fight the massive monster from the Kessel Run.
You know, and you could do something like that for the other two screened attractions. You know, soaring over the world and the Flight of Passage.
Well, I think Jordan had something to say about the Kessel Run, or it looked like you were.
No. I didn't have anything to say about the Kessel Run. I came up with an idea. I've not given this. I did not have time to prepare today, so I did not come prepared with an idea. But I was inspired by one of these action figures sitting on my desk. All right, so it's not necessarily for an overlay. It's actually for a stage show at Magic Kingdom, and you'd have to time this perfectly. You'd have to time it perfectly, or you'd have to get really good lighting. What if you did a Gargoyles stage show at the Magic Kingdom where you had people actors dressed up like the Gargoyles characters, but they all started perched up on the castle in different spots. And when you would time it to where the sun would go down and they would break out of their stone, and then they would just kind of be attached to some kind of rappelling repelling mechanism, so they would jump down, and then they would have like whatever stage show they were like. I feel like Disney could utilize the gargoyles in some way because that was a solid cartoon.
That is a fantastic idea. And as you were saying, I was like, most of the stuff you just said, like they could hide the repelling rope and like the rock falling off of them, just projection mapping. They have the system in place. It'd be so easy to hide it.
Yeah. I mean, they already have a person dressed up as Tinkerbell flying from the top of the castle all the way to Tomorrowland on a fucking cable. So on a zip line. Like why not this?
Yes.
Well, if we do this, can we at least include the other two gargoyles?
What other?
From Hunchback of Notre Dame?
No.
Please. Sorry. We need comic relief.
That's exactly why I hate those gargoyles, because that movie did not need it. It annoyed the shit out of me. But I like where your head's at.
I just like Bobcat.
That he was not a gargoyle. You're confusing the gargoyles with Pain and Panic from Hercules.
That's right. Can we have Pain and Panic?
Yes, we can. Now I'm on board with this. I like Pain and Panic. So, yeah, let's do that. Now I want a gargoyles show. Josh, did you come up with anything? I do have one more, so don't feel pressured.
Yeah, I mean, besides thinking that there needs to be some kind of Halloween video for Soren.
No, fun. I forgot about that. I wanted to circle back and touch on that. Josh, what the hell would you do?
I don't know. You're soaring over the world. Different Halloweens over the world. It's in Epcot. Do this.
Like, I feel like that shouldn't be a ride where you're scaring people.
I guess Halloween's pretty much just an American thing.
It's
European. Guess really. Like.
No, I watched a YouTube documentary.
I mean, is it though? Okay.
And I, for some reason, put all my trust in it.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Anti-vaxxer.
Right, I did my research.
Anyways, but what I was really thinking is we take Stitch's Great Escape, right?
Okay.
And then we throw in a really scary monster that they accidentally bring from like say it's like a technology expo, and they're showing you how to do inner space travel, teleportation. Yeah, that's the one. And they miss and try and pick up the guy and grab the wrong creature and throw it in Stitch's little tube thing. And it's just a god-awful scary monster that just eats everybody.
Wait, does it eat a chili dog?
Yeah. No, it eats a dude up in the rafters, though.
Okay. I like that your technology in Expo has rafters.
No, I mean, why wouldn't it? Gotta hold the roof up somehow.
I mean, usually they would use girders for that kind of thing, but rafters works.
Girders, rafters, whatever. Same thing.
Okay, I'm circling back to Soren again because Jillian actually had a good idea for it. And Josh, I love your idea, but I think it might be too scary. Jillian recommended that they do Soren over The Shining. And when I read that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But, no, guys, both they like... They don't even need to explain it, but just pretend like your ride vehicle is like really small and you're just like going through the hotel and shit and like the hedge maze.
Wait a minute. How about Soaring through Simpsons Halloween of Horror?
I like it, except Universal has a Simpsons ride, and it would be very similar. You know what? Do it. Let's do it. I don't know why I would let that stop me. That's ridiculous. And it was poor yes ending. That was, you know what? Here, Josh, I need you to hold on to my improv card.
No, No, the only reason I thought about that was because Jillian's Shining just reminds me of groundskeeper Willie saying, "The Shining."
Don't you mean The Shining? Wait, are the Treehouse of Horrors on Disney Plus?
I think they are. Yeah, everything's on Disney Plus with the exception of the first episode of season 3.
Shit. That's the World Trade Center one, right?
That one not on there.
That's the Michael Jackson one.
Okay, so the last idea I had, and it's my lesser idea, but I kind of liked it anyway. I feel like you guys will be on board with this. At Chester and Hester's Dinorama, like, just decorate that area of the park with like the old retro Halloween decorations. Like, Jordan, what you kind of touched on with the cardboard jointed skeletons and witches from the 80s and stuff. Or like those retro masks you have hanging on your wall right now. Just a retro, kitschy Halloween decorating overlay. Don't change any of the rides. Just something that Chester and Hester would definitely do.
And then you know how they had the little dinosaur with the cart?
Lucky?
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing, except the Carnotaurus.
There's a Carnotaurus pulling a cart.
Well, yeah, he's got to have balance somehow.
No!
He's a Carnotaurus.
Damn it.
The pod Carnotaurus.
Yeah, but Josh, when the Carnotaurus breaks down, does he eat the guests?
I really fucking hope so. I'm hoping that I'm there when it happens.
Like first in line or what?
Yeah.
All right, that's enough BoJack Horseman for you. You need to go watch Adventure Time, Josh.
That's just as fucking dark and depressing.
But it's more brightly colored. Adventure Time's weird. It is kind of dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I still like it. All right, well, I'm out of Halloween overlay ideas. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm spent.
The way you said "yeah," you're like, I was like, "Yeah, I got one."
you know what? I mean, this would be a fun of like one-off event. You know how they got the Run Disney shit through the parks and whatnot? A zombie crawl through Main Street USA would be really fun.
If you do a zombie crawl, it'd have to be through World Showcase just because of the bars.
Okay. Well, I mean, they could get temporary alcohol permits and shit for
Josh, they own the city.
You know, a park. Yeah, it's easy to get a temporary alcohol permit.
Hey, Josh, Jillian wants to know, why are you making things too scary?
Like
Whatever
what?
you said before the zombie crawl, I can't remember. Probably.
Carnotaur? Break it down.
yeah, it was probably that.
Or Alien Encounter replacing Stitch. Well, I want to replace Stitch with Alien Encounter.
Oh, I didn't know you had a name for your overlay. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I did name it. I still like our idea we had a few years back about the land behind Liberty Square.
That was
make it like a Sleepy Hollow.
Hell yes.
Thing.
It was thematically accurate too.
Yeah, that was that.
Because.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jake and I actually put some hours into that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because that Haunted Mansion is upstate New York themed. So why not? Let's get a Sleepy Hollow ride in there. That's not even an overlay. I just want a Sleepy Hollow ride all the time.
Yeah, then a Rip Van Winkle napping area for adults.
No, I did that once. I fell asleep for 3 months, woke up on Mars. It was terrible.
Woke up. It was a complete disaster. So that's what it was.
Oh man, I think that's as good a place as any to stop. So hey, listener, if you'd enjoyed this, if you thought this was fun and funny, we are the Mickey Mutilators. And if you did not enjoy this, well, we're Radio Harambe. I'm Jake, that's Josh, that's Jordan. Out!